All right, I am Reggie Milligan, host and instructor at Open Kitchen Cooking School. 2024, new year. Maybe this is the year you decide that you're going to learn how to cook. Well, let me give you 10 reasons why you should learn to cook. Number one, you're going to eat a lot of meals in your lifetime. You are going to eat thousands and thousands of meals. Think about it. 3 meals a day, 7 days in a week, that's 21 right there. Even if you just eat dinners and just make dinners, 7 dinners a week, 52 weeks in a year, 7 times 5, that's 350 right there. You give it 10 years, that's 3,500. You give that 30 years, that's 10,000 meals right there, just eating dinners. That's a lot. Can you eat that much Chipotle? Can you eat that much Subway? Maybe you plan on getting wildly wealthy and having other people cook your meals. But the point being here is you're going to cook a lot of meals. You might as well learn to cook. And even if you are planning on getting someone else to cook all your meals over the course of your entire lifetime, this brings us to point number 2. When you actually know how to cook a little bit, it can be really fun and really therapeutic, and it can be a great activity. We spend a ton of time on our phones. I'm obsessed with our phones. I'm obsessed with it. Gambling, blogs, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. We do it all. I do it all. When you're cooking, you usually got a knife. You're looking at a pot. You're thinking about ingredients. It's a nice way to unplug, get into a little vibe like yoga or surfing or whatever. But cooking is a fun activity. You can do it with people. It can be very relaxing if you get into the right vibe and you do it. I know for a lot of new cooks, they think of cooking as something that's stressful, but believe me, as you get a little bit of skill at it, you will be excited to get into it. Number three reason to learn how to cook is because you get to ride the learning curve, baby. It's really fun to learn to cook. In the beginning, you notice right away that you are making improvements. One of the greatest feelings I ever remember in my life was being like 10 years old and making a first pot of pasta. And I went, wow, I made this and I'm really proud of myself. It's one of the greatest feelings ever when you make that first dish that you know you made that's really good. So enjoy the learning curve because it actually plateaus a little bit once you kind of get good and get better. It's still exciting, but you don't get those big wins, like the first time you ever make that dish you wanted to make, or that first time you make that dish that tastes like that dish in a restaurant. Number 4, and we'll bang through these next 4 really quick. It's going to save you a ton of money. Don't let anyone tell you that cooking costs money. Believe me, if you cook in batches, even if you cook for yourself, if you group things together, batch things together, shop together, you are going to save tons and tons of money. Home cooked meals can often cost $2 to $3 a serving. Big pot of bolognese, nice pasta, whatever. You can do big pulled pork, batch pork butt, make tacos for a week, then take that meat and put it into pulled pork sandwiches. It's faster and cheaper over time to cook in batches. Just don't listen to those people that tell you that a one-off situation, I went and I had a Popeye's chicken sandwich and that cost $7 and I bought all the ingredients for this one meal and it cost me $30. Leftovers, especially if you're cooking for a family. So it's going to save you a ton of money. Next one, number 5, moving a little quicker, getting a little faster. People love people who can cook, okay? Cooking is a really great way to show gratitude, respect, happiness, love for someone else. Learn to cook for someone else. It's a really, really nice thing to do. Have you ever been cooked for? It's a really nice feeling. Maybe your mom did, maybe your dad did, maybe an old girlfriend does, maybe your wife does. Who knows? It's a great feeling to be cooked for. If you want to do that for someone else, it's a great thing to learn. 6, okay? And this one is close to my heart. Cooking is a really fun thing to do when you have children. You have kids, learning how to make little delicious dishes for them. It's fun, okay? And it's something you're going to have to learn to do eventually because now you're providing for this other human being and you have to make them food. And just understanding a little bit of cooking can be interesting. Number 7, I think it makes you enjoy eating out more, okay? Understanding the balances between salt and sugar and sweet, or salt and sour and sweet and umami and all the elements of flavor when you go for Thai food, when you go for Vietnamese food, when you go for Indian food, or when you just go eat that burger, you can basically start appreciating why that dish tastes good. Is it because it's a little bit of the crunch from the lettuce? Is it because of the fat from the cheese? Is it that sear that they get on that burger that creates that Maillard reaction, caramelized proteins that gives it that depth of flavor? And you can start breaking down the food you're eating in restaurants and learning from it, and you can appreciate the person that made that. It really does make the appreciation of going out for dinner, makes it more enjoyable. because it's kind of like understanding a little bit of music and then going listening to a band. Okay, you don't have to understand music to enjoy a band, but a little bit of understanding can make you go, wow, this person's actually really special at drums or guitar or whatever. Number 8, it is just a constant lifelong thing that you can learn. And I think this goes without saying that a pursuit of something and something that captures your interest and something that you are excited to learn about throughout your life is very valuable. It keeps your brain occupied, keeps you from going crazy. I love just learning about the history of food. I love to going to new regions. I was just in Mississippi, and I was driving around. I was trying all these different random regional foods that I've never tried anywhere else. It's the same thing as if you went to Peru and you start diving into ceviches and all this stuff. And you're learning, and the process of learning feels good. We crave it as human beings. So that is a huge one. It is a constant lifelong learn. Number 9, there is so much media out there. There's so many amazing cooks, so many amazing people to learn from. Maybe you don't want to learn from Open Kitchen or Cooking School. Maybe you just want to go on YouTube and figure it out and find somebody. But you can find so many people that resonate with you. And there's so much opportunity to find people that you enjoy watching, who are entertaining you, who you enjoy following, and you can. There's just like never before, you can find somebody that resonates with you and you can learn from them. And the 10th reason to learn how to cook, because eating stuff is fun and trying the new things is fun, and cooking something that you made, or eating something that you made is really, I promise you, enjoyable. And bonus number 11, I believe in you. I think you can learn how to cook. Even if you don't even know how to boil water right now, I guarantee you, you get in there, you try, you start making one meal a week. Within 1 month, you'll be able to make something pretty good, palatable, doesn't make you sick. And within 3 or 4 months, you'll be making food for people and they'll be going, wow, I can't believe you made this. This tastes so delicious. And this is because, I want to close with this, so few people make the effort to learn how to cook, that when you do acquire the skill, it's something unique and it's something that people appreciate, because it does take a little bit of time to learn, but when you do, there's so few people that go and learn how to cook, but it's so easy if you put in a little bit of time, and it's just something unique and it's a tool. That's it. Happy 2024.